Practice Band 9 IELTS. Watch Band 9 IELTS. Learn Band 9 IELTS. Our new cutting-edge teaching methodology reduces stress for the speaking section and improves your band scores. Guaranteed. In this IELTS speaking section simulation, I will be your examiner and you will be the candidate. I will ask you questions just like in the real exam and you will have a chance to answer. But wait, here's the best part. We have included subtitles to help you perfect that Band 9 level response. You can use these subtitles as needed. Once you have practiced with the subtitles, then give your own original answers. Remember to include explanations and examples. Now, let's begin. Welcome to the speaking section of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test. The speaking has 3 parts. I will give you instructions for each. Now we shall begin. What is your full name? May I see your identification? How did you come to this exam? And how will you go back home? For part 1, I will ask you some questions on a general topic. Let's talk about tables and chairs. How many chairs do you have in your home? Where are the tables in your home? Which is your favorite chair and why? What do you use your table for? Have you ever broken a chair? If you could buy any kind of chair, what would it be? That is the end of part 1. We will now continue with part 2. Watch Tala from the Philippines score an awesome 8.5 for her performance on the IELTS speaking interview. Welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test, and I will give you instructions for each of the 3 parts. And I will record this for marking purposes. Firstly, what is your full name?
My first name is Tala and my family name is Aquino. Please just call me Tala.
Okay, Tala. May I see your identification?
Yes, here is my passport that I used to apply for this exam. Please take a look.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, Tala, here's your passport back.
Thank you.
For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better and some questions on a general topic. How did you come to this exam?
I came here by car. I live in the suburbs, so it was more convenient for me to drive. It took about 40 minutes to get here.
And how will you go back home?
I will go home the same way, except that I'm going to have a pet stop at my friend Blessica's house on the way.
Let's talk about tables and chairs. How many chairs do you have in your home?
Just a moment while I count them up. We have 6 chairs in the dining room, 1 in the bedroom and 2 in the living room. And we have 8 passenger chairs in the garage. So that's 17 in total if my math is right.
Where are the tables in your home?
There is a large table in the center of the dining room, a coffee table in front of the couch in the living room, and a study table against the window in my bedroom.
Which is your favorite chair and why?
I love the manager's chair in the bedroom. Its ergonomic design makes it very comfortable and it's adjustable so I can sit in it for hours while working at my computer.
What do you use your table for?
Well, if I'm thinking of my table in my bedroom, I use it for studying and working. I'm learning English and also I do graphic design, so I use this table for these purposes mostly. Yesterday, I was burning the midnight oil, getting ready for this exam.
Have you ever broken a chair? If yes, how?
Yes, I had broken a lone chair a couple of years back. I put several heavy boxes on it and one of its legs snapped under the weight.
If you could buy any kind of chair, what would it be?
That's an interesting question. I've never really quite thought about it. I've always wanted one of those hanging chairs from the 70s that shaped like an egg. That would be nice to have in the living room.
That's the end of part 1. Now we will continue with part 2. In part 1, Tala would receive a band 9 for lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, as well as coherence. Her fluency marks would be closer to a band 8 and her pronunciation would also be a band 8. Let me explain a little bit further. Tala is very coherent. It's easy to understand the information that she's saying. She uses some very strong communicative features to achieve that perfect band 9 score, such as quantitative language. Immediately, when she explains how she got to the exam, she says it took about 40 minutes to get here, making it very clear the duration that it's required for her to get to the exam center. She uses this kind of quantitative language throughout the interview. Pay attention to every time she uses numbers to support her explanations and ideas. In addition, Tala uses a broad range of vocabulary, including natural fillers, idiomatic language, phrasal verbs, collocations, and the like. When she explains how she will go back home after the exam, she says that she will make a pit stop at her friend Blessica's house. This term pit stop is used by native English speakers to explain that she will be making a quick stop at her friend's house for a brief discussion. Furthermore, Tala has great grammatical range. When she is answering questions about tables and chairs in part 1, she uses a broad range of grammar, including present perfect and lots of conditionals, even combining it with natural language. In the example, if my math is right, we have X amount of chairs altogether. This conditional and this natural language pushes her score to those expert user of the English language. Her lexical resource, being an expert user of English, is further supported by using the collocation ergonomic design. This is a unique collocation that tells the listener that the design of the chair, the manager's chair, which she's in love with, is especially good for her health. It is designed with the human body in mind, making sure that she doesn't get back pains. It's this kind of language that earns that perfect score. However, Tala's fluency is a band 8 because she does require some additional time to think of what she is saying and how she is saying it. Not often. And it's not a big difference from that of a native speaker, maybe only 5%. You can feel this as the examiner is asking questions. She's slightly slower than an expert user should be. She takes a little bit of extra time making sure that what she is saying is correct and clear. However, it is more important to speak clearly than to speak quickly. Keep that in mind. In addition, her pronunciation is almost perfect. However, there are some words that demand a bit of extra attention from the listener to understand clearly. It's important to make sure that words are pronounced in such a way that it's easy for the listener to understand them. In Tala's case, it's almost there, but not quite. Part 2. For part 2, there's a card and some note paper. The card has some questions on it. You will have 1 minute to read the questions, think about your answers, and then you will have 2 minutes to speak. You can take notes in the 1 minute if you wish. I will tell you when to start, when to stop. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Tala, go ahead and turn over the card. Tala, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
Oh, one of my prized possessions that reminds me of my trip to Hoi An, Vietnam is my beautiful silk scarf that I bought when I visited there in the summer of 2017.
For part 2, I will show you some questions. Please do not touch the booklet. You will have 1 minute to read these questions, think about your answers, and then 1 to 2 minutes to speak. In the 1 minute preparation time, you can take notes if you wish. You have some note paper there beside you and your pen. Talk about an object that reminds you of a vacation. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking. For part 2 and part 3 speaking simulation, the interview and lesson, visit and join our premium package at aehelp.com. Get all our practice exams, interactive courses, and over 70 speaking interview videos. Use the code ISIM9 for a 20% discount. Click the link in the video description. Good luck the next time you sit your IELTS exam. Subscribe to our channel. Click over here. Watch another video. Click right up here. And click our IELTS Hero to join our premium package and get access to all of our videos, practice exams, and a fully interactive course.